Hello again everyone, Age of Dune here, and we are back casting another League of Legends game. This particular game has a decent number of diamonds, platinums, and gold from last season. It's got Fragnatic again, which is kind of interesting, and more importantly to me, it's got Sooner. Sooner is another streamer that I used to watch very regularly. Aww, of course we'd come in. Seriously, 3 minutes in, and there's already a kill for both teams. Again, sorry I missed it. Unfortunately, there's really nothing I can do about it yet, because I just have to do it whenever it comes in. So, nice little whiff there, and there's almost a double kill. Oh, that was close. Alright. Nice. Good escape. So Sooner is another streamer that streams on Twitch TV, as I was saying before. I used to follow him all the time. Anytime he was on, I would watch his stream because he used to be. I don't know if he still is. He was really enjoyable to watch. He was pretty amusing, and he usually teamed up with some very amusing people as well. So I typically liked watching him. By the way, one of his things is that any time that he plays Swain mid, he's got a specific Swain song that matches the dance pretty much perfectly. So he'll go out to mid and just start dancing right there. And then if you interrupt his dance, he gets very mad at you. So don't do that, okay? So, for a while, he had actually stopped streaming League. He continued to stream, but he stopped streaming League and instead started streaming Smite, which I wasn't really quite as interested in, so I kind of stopped watching him, and apparently I'm not the only one, because at the time, apparently his viewers dropped down really low. So he did end up coming back to League. I don't know if that's the only reason. He also had complaints about Smite. Something about they were mismanaging it in his opinion or something. So he ended up coming back to League for those two reasons, which I was happy about. He doesn't stream nearly as often as he used to, and I don't see him nearly as high up in the lists either of people who are streaming. So that's kind of sad, but at the same time, I'm okay because I've found the Odd One and Boy and Wings of Death and all these other new streamers, so I think it probably works out better for me in the long run, just so this way I have a variety. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the champions for this particular game. Up top, we've got... he's coming in for Invade of the Jungle there, coming in for a gank. Riven is falling back, though, because she saw somehow... I guess there's a ward here. Oh, there was a death. Sooner died. How did Sooner die? I want to see Sooner die. Alright, okay. Rumble just flashed out of his little stun there and went in quite hardcore on him, got the ignite, and just killed him. Oh my. That too. She apparently decided to go in on Mr. Kha'Zix there, along with Xin Zhao, and Kha'Zix kind of got punished for his decision to invade there. Good job, good job. Down bottom, it looks like Draven's actually getting really low again. He probably can't get that axe, no. He's very close to one-shottable. He's going to have to fall back for sure. Otherwise, he will die too. Xin Zhao's taking the opportunity to go ahead and be a jerk and take wolves. Again, I completely understand. And in the game like League, you know, that's always a good idea. Surprisingly, he actually did not leave any wolves. That is very unusual. Usually when you invade the enemy jungle and you take some of their creeps, you don't let it respawn, which is what leaving the wolf does. It just lets it respawn. So that now, Kha'Zix is going to go here, and then he's going to go to his wraiths, and then he's going to go to wolves. By that time, they'll be respawned, and he's not even going to notice that Xin Zhao took him. I mean, either way, it's great for Xin Zhao, but in this case, he's not depriving anybody. So, could be better, could be worse. Oh, Riven. Riven's very nasty. There's a ping there. Looks like Kha'Zix is coming in for a gank. We will be able to look at the champions very shortly, I promise. Xin Zhao is doing something. We'll take a look down there in a moment. Alright, let's go ahead and do that now. Go back a couple seconds. A few more seconds, actually. Okay, so we've got Draven here. There is the exhaust on the Caitlyn. Caitlyn's getting really low. There's the Gangplank ulti, and Draven's able to take her down with no problem. Now they're going in on the Sona. Sona uses her abilities there, but there's the barrier, so Sona is going to go down. There is a double kill for Draven. The Gangplank actually was just dove there. Let's watch that. Alright, so I think... Okay, so that's where he used his ulti, and now he sees Riven coming for him. He's like, oh no! Starts to run away, and then she comes at him again because he turned around, and now in comes the Xin, and down he goes. Goodbye. The kill actually went to Xin, so Riven did not get the kill, but she did get the assist, and now she's going to be able to proxy with absolutely no problem. There is a ping there saying, hey, watch out. He's there. Now it looks like Soonar's going to die again. Kha'Zix is here, though, so he is going to go in on this Rumble and try to take him down. I'm not sure if it's going to happen because Xin is here, so he's got to be very cautious. Now, he is backing off, and it looks like he will not be getting it. And there's another ping. Oh, looks like Xin is actually going to give blue buff to... He may end up giving it to Kha'Zix, but I don't believe that's the intention at the moment. Oh, Kha'Zix just found that Rumble, and Rumble is going to die. Rumble unfortunately came in for that blue buff and found a hidden Kha'Zix instead. Surprise! So Xin is going to go ahead and take the blue buff, as I believe he intended to give it to Rumble, but that didn't work out well. Fall back! Oh, that is Sooner saying, hey, leave my farm alone. Alright. And Gangplank is still just pressed to his tower. Oh, and Xin is coming in for a gank. I promise once the action slows down, we will be able to go ahead and look at the champions. There is the punt back from Xin. He is currently taking the tower, and Riven actually took no damage from that whatsoever. And there is a dead Gangplank again. So, okay. Up top, we've got Gangplank, played by DB minkywhale. Awesome. minkywhale. I don't know what that is, but it's kind of amusing. Versus Riven, played by CarryMeEz. Or CarryMeEz, but I'm pretty sure it's CarryMeEz. Alright, so that is the top lane. Mid lane, we've obviously got Sooner, which we already knew about, playing Swain versus Rumble, played by French Fries with weird Fs. I don't know how to make those, so if you do look in the description, you will notice that I do put a regular F and not that interesting F. So, oh, surprise, Draven. Is Draven going to be able to take this down? I don't think so. I think Xin is going to be able to take him. There's his ulti, though. He tried to take him down with that. But Gangplank actually teleported down here just to run into a trap, which he ate oranges for, but only about the time that you're normally wearing off of the trap. So maybe oranges don't break traps. I don't know. But Rumble's going in on this Kha'Zix. Sooner's there to back them up, and they are not going to be able to kill Kha'Zix. Run away, Kha'Zix! I'm not sure he needed an ulti there. That was kind of excessive, but I guess it makes sense. He is going to escape, and his ulti is not that long of a cooldown. But Gangplank is just pushing bottom. Going to go ahead and do some damage to this tower. Well, by proxy. Killing these minions does damage to the tower. He's not going to stick around to do it. Alright, back to the champions. We've got Draven, played by Fragnatic, versus Caitlyn, played by sammyuu, or Sammy W? I don't know. sammyuu. We'll go with sammyuu. We've got Morgana, played by ZixacunX, versus Sona, played by Cowlevel. There is no Cowlevel. That's a free dragon to the purple team, by the way. So, those are the supports, and finally we've got the junglers. Kha'Zix, played by Doctta, versus Xin Zhao, played by KitKatxz. I do approve of this name because KitKats are awesome. The best chocolate ever. Yeah. And no, I am not paid for this. Don't worry about that. Sooner did just get tower dove, but in comes the Kha'Zix. I do believe Rumble's going to go down. Rumble did go down, but Riven's going to go down as well. So it's going to be a 2 people down for 1. 1 kill went to Kha'Zix, and 1 kill went to Swain. In the meantime, though, bot lane was able to grab that tower, but Gangplank is up here, and he's probably going to grab this tower as revenge, using his parlay to go ahead and CS, which is always really awesome. There's apparently a way... Okay, there it is. I didn't know exactly how you could tell exactly how much gold he had acquired from that, but there it is down at the bottom. He's already acquired 156 gold. It's not great, but it'll grow pretty quickly, and honestly, that's not bad at all. Don't know. Doesn't look like there's a way to tell exactly how many points he has in it yet. Oh wait, no, that's what it is. It's got 5 points in it. Okay. Didn't understand the parentheses there. So there we go. He has maxed that out, so it will start bringing in lots of gold as he uses it more and more to farm. Always a very nice thing for Gangplank players. They can use that to farm later, and it gets them a lot of gold. Early game, you're not going to see them farm all that much because it does take a lot of mana. So early game, you'll usually see them farm just using their regular I stab you with my sword abilities, and then they'll switch into parlay farm as much as possible once they start getting to where they don't have mana issues. Swain is going to get tower dove again. He is going to go ahead and ulti, which gives him a wonderful survivability, but they ignited him, and there went that survivability. Ignite's a very nasty thing for that, just because when you're ignited, you don't gain your life back nearly as much. So it ended up taking them down very quickly, and, well, it didn't help that there was 3 people there doing damage to him. So, unfortunately for him, Swain has died again, and down bottom, we've got Draven actually just getting a kill there with his ulti, and now Caitlyn is way out of position. She goes down as well. There is a double kill. Oh no, he got stuck in that trap, so now he's visible. Oh, that was a good attempt there, Rumble. Rumble tried to grab him with his Q, but it did not end up having it. And now Rumble is way out of position. He's being attacked. The Kha'Zix did land the slow. There's the binding from Ms. Morgana there. And Gangplank comes in to finish him off with his parlay. Up to 212 gold from that now, by the way. Swain is back mid, defending his tower. His is the only one on the blue team that is still standing. And there is a ping from the blue team on blue buff saying, hey, I want that, because Swain really needs that. Without blue buff, Swain just goes through mana like crazy because of that ulti. It just sucks the mana down really fast. So he really needs that, and as soon as he gets that, he becomes a far greater menace than he currently is. Because he's able to use his ulti to just farm. And every time he farms, obviously, he gets mana back, and he's just able to live, and it is far, far more powerful. Great for him to get that, because now he will be a much more dangerous force. Draven is down bot, just farming. Caitlyn, his enemy, is actually mid lane farming. And Morgana, his ally, is actually helping Swain farm. Not sure if Swain really wants that. A lot of times, you'll see mid lanes not be very happy about that, just because as long as there's another person there, they are not getting any, or they're getting reduced experience. But in this case, it's probably a good thing, as there are multiple members of the purple team coming up and grouping up so that they can take this tower. This is the only outer tower that they have left, so they definitely want to go ahead and tank it. They are going into doing a little damage to Kha'Zix, and now they're going in on the tower. I'm not sure why Morgana chose to go all the way over there. There is the Gangplank ulti. They are going in on Rumble. Rumble is tanking this tower. He is most likely going to go down. He does go down to Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix is now low, but he does use his ulti, but he goes down to the Riven ulti anyway. There is the binding on Riven. Riven is not going to go down, but in comes Draven. Riven went in on the Morgana. Morgana is going to escape this. Riven, however, is not. She's going to go down to Swain. We've got Draven being chased now by Xin Zhao. I believe he's going to escape. There's the Dark Binding had they not turned around. Now Gangplank is a little bit caught. He's trying to take down this Sona. I don't think he's going to catch her unless... Oh, there's the Draven ulti to go ahead and take her down. I think, come to think of it, he might actually have caught her, Gangplank, just because of his ability there. That's not what I want. Stop it. Because he has this the ability, the Raise Morale, which gives him a 5% movement speed. So he would have eventually caught her, and all it would have taken was 1 Q to go ahead and kill her. But the Draven ulti was used to great effect to take her down anyway, so it wasn't really necessary. Much grouping back in mid. The Sona is back up. Both teams have all of their members back up. Purple team's a little bit ahead in gold. The blue team, though, is ahead in vision by quite a bit. So that is a good sign for them. They will know if the purple team decides to come in and invade or come in for a gank. Whereas the purple team really won't know that much about the blue team's movements whatsoever. They currently know where... No, actually they don't even know where Swain is. They know where Kha'Zix is. That was my Skype again. For some reason it likes to go off when I'm in the middle of recording. It seems to be inevitable. But hey, I've seen other people's recordings, and it happens to them too, so I don't really feel so bad. It apparently just happens to everybody. I guess it means I'm popular, right? Alright, so the purple team is going in on this dragon. The blue team is coming in to contest it, but they really weren't able to do too much in the way of contesting. Morgana just got really low there from those abilities. She is going to escape that, but she's actually almost dead, so she's going to have to fall back. Draven is coming in to help. He did successfully save that Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix just used his slow there. There's the Morgana ulti. It did not end up doing anything, but Kha'Zix stuck around long enough to go ahead and get that kill on Xin Zhao. Now Sona just got stuck by the Swain grab. There is the kill to Morgana using her Dark Binding. And now Draven's actually chasing this Caitlyn. Caitlyn is definitely stuck out of position here. Draven is trying his best to go ahead and get her. Swain went in. He is going to go ahead and tank that tower. So down goes the Caitlyn. And now down goes this turret as well. But Riven, on the other hand, was able to get this tower up top. Gangplank came in to stop her, but Riven didn't care. Riven took him down. So now the blue team is coming up. The Kha'Zix is coming to go ahead and defend this tower. They really don't want to lose an inhibitor tower at 17 minutes into the game. He is able to push Riven back with no problem, though. She doesn't want to be this far extended when the blue team is mostly still up. Draven is mid. He's running from all of these people. If he gets hit by that Q... Okay, he did not. If he had, he might... he still might go down, actually. He is going to go down. There is the shutdown to Xin Zhao. He probably would have been okay had he not turned around, but instead he did decide to turn around. Now Kha'Zix is actually being stalked. The prey. The hunter has become the prey, but not really, because they decided to go ahead and go get Swain instead. So in they go on Swain. Swain does go down. Now Kha'Zix is coming down. He is picked up by these wards, so they know it. So they're going in on him. Kha'Zix went in on that. Oh, very nice escape there. He went in on the Xin Zhao, but he was forced to fall back by a nice little flash there from, I believe, Rumble. Unfortunately for the blue team, they just lost 2 more members. Sona actually got both the kills for both Gangplank and Kha'Zix. Not that great for the purple team, but it is nice either way because they did just take them down. So go Cowlevel. There is a Cowlevel, and she just killed your people. Caitlyn's down bottom pushing. She's going to go ahead and take this tower. Almost definitely. I don't think the enemy is going to get here in time to stop her. Draven is coming down. He does use his ulti to go ahead and get rid of these minions, though, so he is actually going to stop her, which is not what I was expecting at all. It is something you see somewhat often. The Draven just going to go ahead and use his ulti to not just farm, but to stop people from taking towers, which is always a good thing. So he's going to go ahead, come down here, and take this farm. Oh, there is the Caitlyn ulti, which revealed her to this Draven, but he's going to go ahead and fall back, it looks like. Yeah, he is falling back. He's probably going to get this last thing of farm, and nope, he's not. I was kidding. Definitely kidding. I was not wrong. No, just kidding. Riven is waiting here in this bush for something. I'm not sure what she's waiting for, but she's about to find a Kha'Zix. So there we go. She does go in on that Kha'Zix, and unfortunately for her, 2 other members of the enemy team are there, so she just got caught out of position there. She might actually escape this. She's ignited. No, there is the Gangplank ulti, and I think it might take her down. Oh, so close. She does survive that. Wow, that was close. There's the Dark Binding hitting the Rumble. Rumble's going to go down. The Morgana flashed over here, but she did go down to the red buff, I believe, from Xin Zhao. Anyway, Xin Zhao just went over to the Kha'Zix, but he's getting really low. The Swain might actually end up taking him down. No. Swain had to fall back. Now Gangplank is going to die as well. Kha'Zix is the only one left besides Draven on the blue team, and he's going to go ahead and fall back here. Luckily, this isn't warded, or he'd be dead now too, because with 3 members of the enemy team there, they would have easily killed him with no casualties whatsoever. But Draven got the bot tower, so that's a little global gold. It was 3 for 2. No. I think 3. Yeah, 3 here, 2 here, but they got a tower too. So all in all, it comes out to almost equivalent. Almost, but not quite. Xin is going to go ahead and fall back. A good idea. Needs his life back. And this lane is now... I think it's still going to be pushed by the blue team, which is actually great for the purple team, because as long as they've got somebody who is able to come farm this, which I think Riven might be, then they're going to be able to farm this and get a lot of CS for that. I could be wrong, though. It could end up being pushed this way. We'll have to see how it ends up turning out. I'm really bad at judging said things. Really bad at judging those things. that's one of the things that I should probably end up working on eventually. I mean, I don't know. I've got other skills I need to work on long before I work on things like that. So the blue team is actually pressing this mid tower. There is the Kha'Zix ability there, just checking for this blue. They really want to give a blue to Swain here because, like I said earlier, Swain is deadly with blue, but he's kind of useless without it. Without blue, his... Oh, they just caught that Xin. And Xin is actually getting really low here. I think he's going to go down. He's going to try to do as much damage before going down. There's the Gangplank ulti. The Morgana does go down. Rumble's actually getting really low. I think Rumble is going to go down. Rumble does not go down. He ends up taking the Kha'Zix down instead, and the rest of the blue team's on the run. Swain is way over here, not able to do anything. Gangplank is trying to run from this Riven, and Draven is just life-stealing up and getting his life back from those. There is the attempted stun there from the Swain, but Riven was able to jump out of it and stun Swain in return. So now Draven is actually safe. Gangplank is safe. But we'll see if the Draven actually remains safe. He actually might be able to do a decent amount of damage to them if he chose to, but I don't think he's going to. I think he would still end up going down. He may be able to prevent this Baron, which actually I think is what he's doing. He's going in, just trying to keep them off of it, but he's just one guy, and I don't think he'll be able to do too much alone. There's a whole bunch of fallback pings, actually from both teams, it looks like. Lots of pings from everybody. Oh, there is a teleport coming in behind the Xin Zhao. So in goes the Gangplank and does one parlay on him. And now he's in trouble because he's being attacked by the Xin Zhao. They did fall back, so unfortunately he's way out of position there. But Morgana's coming in. She does land the Dark Binding on the Xin Zhao. And the rest of the blue team is there to back them up. So nobody on the blue team actually ends up dying to that. Purple team is pinging the dragon, though. They have abandoned the idea of going for Baron at the moment because they know that the blue team knows and they are back up. So that would have ended up being somewhat dangerous for them. But dragon is fairly safe. It really doesn't do enough damage late game that you have to worry at all. It's nice to have. Morgana tried to grab it with her Dark Binding, but it did not end up happening. And now there's Kha'Zix just slowing people down with his abilities there. Riven's pushing mid in the meantime. Caitlyn's going to go ahead and fall back. Doctta. See, I didn't actually even notice that Fragnatic was in this game until I was at the loading screen. I saw Sooner and immediately went ahead and decided to observe it because I really did enjoy watching Sooner. Like I said before, I don't know if he's streaming now even. I didn't see him on the list. I'm actually looking at it now on my second screen, and I don't see him there, but that doesn't mean he's not there. He may be farther down the list than I would expect. So the blue team is grouping back up mid. The purple team is regrouping as well. They're having to be fair. Oh, Dark Binding landing on the Riven there. Didn't end up doing anything. She tried to stun the Kha'Zix in the way, but he jumped out just before she stunned. So he did end up escaping that. It was pretty close, though. And now, blue team may be going for this Baron again, trying to go for it. They are going to be picked up by this ward, and they... Oh, there is the pink ward from Sona, but it's slightly out of position, so it does not end up picking up this blue ward. So, she has no idea that this is still warded. You gotta love how that happens. This little bitty curve is just enough to make it so that you can't see this ward when you place a pink ward here. Had she placed her pink ward somewhere like right there, she actually would have picked up this ward. But the way it works is if you don't have a direct line of sight, which it looks like it's a direct line of sight, but there may be just enough of an outcropping there that it's not considered a direct line of sight. So she was not able to see that, which is really unfortunate for her because she thought she was doing so nicely. But either way, the blue team does know that they are going in on this Baron. The Caitlyn is able to use her super range to go ahead and go in on it. And there goes the dragon to the purple team. Xin Zhao was able to get his smite off. Gangplank tried to grab it with his ulti, but it did not end up working. So, blue team is still sticking around here. Gangplank doing a little bit of a harass. The Kha'Zix actually decided to go in on Riven, which was not his best move, as he just died for it. And the Dark Binding went in on the Xin Zhao. There is the Swain stun on the Rumble, but Swain goes down to Caitlyn. Xin Zhao still going in on the Draven. Draven goes down. Rumble's really low, but I don't think he's going to go down. Instead, Sona gets the kill on Gangplank. She actually got the kill on Draven too, which is kind of funny. Morgana's going back in a super risky spot, but in this case, she's going to be perfectly fine. But the rest of the purple team, or the entire purple team actually, not the rest of, is actually pushing mid. Kha'Zix just came back up. He's going to go ahead and try to defend this as much as possible, hopefully without getting too extended. Although it's going to be close. He did get stunned there. He does use his ulti to go ahead and try to escape this, but he's still getting attacked. There's the Morgana stun, going to land on that Sona, which does end up saving the Kha'Zix. She just barely gets out with the use of a flash. Tried to land the Dark Binding on the Xin Zhao, but that's not going to happen. So now the purple team is going to go ahead and fall back. They're probably going to try to take down this tower. There's the Gangplank ulti to just try to do some damage. In comes Swain, slowing down that Caitlyn. I don't think he's going to be able to do anything. They are going in on the Xin Zhao. There is the Rumble ulti. Down goes the Xin Zhao. The rest of the purple team is falling back. There's the Kha'Zix jump in. He does end up taking... Well, actually, Draven got a couple of them. But Draven is down. Gangplank is down. Caitlyn is down. And Xin Zhao is down. The rest of the blue team is actually pretty low outside. Oh, no, that was a DC. Except for Morgana. Morgana is not going to be able to defend this alone, as she is the... Well, actually, no, she's not the support, is she? Yeah, she was the support. Silly me. Yeah, Morgana's support, so she doesn't really have a whole ton of AP. I mean, she's doing fairly decently, really. She's got the Seeker's Arm Guard and the Cage's Lucky Pick. She's probably going for Zhonya's Hourglass, as that is what Seeker's Arm Guards builds into. And it's actually a really nice ability when you're Morgana, because you can get into the middle of them, use your ulti, and then go ahead and use your Zhonya's, so that they can't kill you before your ulti wears off, and you're able to stun quite a few people in the meantime. There's... The blue team is pushing back now. The purple team, I believe, still has Baron buff. You see. Yeah. How much longer? It's slightly over 3/4 gone, so they won't have it for too much longer. They might be able to get one more team fight off if they regroup fast enough, but I don't think that's going to happen. They're all still way too spread out for that. Rumble's going back, and Xin Zhao is DC'd. So yeah, now would not be the best time for the purple team to engage. Hopefully that Xin Zhao is able to come back, because I really hate seeing a game lost due to a DC. Interestingly, he was dancing. It looked like. Yay, he's back. Okay. Sorry, Sooner, I'm not rooting against you. I just hate seeing I just hate seeing games won due to DCs. It's nothing personal, you know. You know. Not that you ever see this video. But the purple team is going to go ahead and get the blue team's blue buff. It goes to Sona, which is understandable. She's one of the few team members on the purple team who actually needs mana. The only other one being Xin Zhao and Caitlyn, neither of which are super mana intensive. Caitlyn, or Sona, I mean, is actually probably the most mana intensive of the blue team, purple team members. So, it went to her. She was the only one around either way, so I guess it doesn't matter. But they are now, it looks like Caitlyn is pushing up top. Riven's coming over to assist her. The entire team is grouping here, except for Xin Zhao, who for a second looked like he was going to go ahead and split push. And he still may. He's just walking back and forth over there, so I don't know what's going to happen with him. He's just walking around. Oh, okay, that's why he was DCing again. Well, that sucks. So now would be a great time for the blue team to go in. The Baron buff is gone. Yep. Baron buff is gone, and as of right now, it would be a 4 versus 5. But Gangplank had to fall back, and Kha'Zix had to fall back. But now, they've got the 4 members of the purple team out of position. So if they do end up going in right now, it would be the perfect time. They did just lose their tower, though, so they're not going to have that to back them up, but it will still be a 4 versus 5. But they are playing super cautious right now. They know that the enemy team is very dangerous, especially with that Sona ult. If they all get caught by that Sona ult, then it's pretty much out. There is a Rumble ult. Caitlyn ult went through. Now the purple team is going to go ahead and push, try to take down this inhib while those 2 members of the blue team are gone back, or have gone back. So they are going to get that inhibitor with a 4 versus 5, which is kind of insane. But they are now falling back. I'm not sure if they're going to go try to get Dragon or if they are going to go bottom to go ahead and push that as well. Caitlyn looks like she wants to go bottom, but their minions are all the way over here. So you're not usually going to see them be able to successfully get that tower as they would not have any minions whatsoever to shield them. They are, it looks like, going to go in on this dragon, though. Riven is doing her best to get over there quickly, and Sona's already going in on it. So yeah, they are going to get this dragon. Blue team is just playing quite cautious here. I'm not sure what Gangplank's doing, probably waiting for an item, or just healing up, possibly getting more mana. I'm not sure, but he's done now, and they're actually... They've left Sona to go ahead and solo this dragon kill. She can manage it, obviously. She's doing no problem. But it's kind of funny. I guess Riven came over here to go ahead and get some CS. And most likely Sona just said, hey, go ahead and do it. She knows she can take that dragon kill alone. And there's really no reason for them to stick around, because the blue team was stuck in their base. They were able to see them with super minions and regular minions, so they knew that she was completely safe. Xin Zhao just came back into the... Well, not really just, but he is back in the game again. So we, yet again, are not going to have to worry about a game being thrown by a DC. It looks like he's going to go ahead and give red buff to Caitlyn. He does. It's very nice of you. Lucky you, sammyuu. And now the purple team has gone ahead and pinged this inhibitor. So this inhibitor should have, a little Shiver's Fright coming out, because it is a target. But there is a ping on Baron now. So it looks like they might actually end up going for Baron instead. And again, the blue team has no wards there. Well, not again. Last time they actually did have wards there. It didn't really help them much. But this time they have no wards there. Draven is going to go ahead and ulti it so he can get vision. But unfortunately, it's not really going to do enough. And Xin Zhao is going to use his smite to great effect again to go ahead and grab that Baron. So down goes the Baron, and now there is a second ping on this inhibitor. They are definitely going to go for it, which I can't say I blame them. It is unguarded. This inhibitor's already gone. And this inhibitor does not have minions, and it does have a turret. So this inhibitor is definitely the best bet, and they are going to go ahead and grab that with no problem whatsoever. The blue team is regrouping, grabbing their health up, because they know they're about to be hard-pressed for a defensive battle here. I'm not sure what that aura is. Okay. I didn't even notice before that the Elixir of Brilliance actually gives you an aura, but I'm thinking that's what that is. So Swain is going to go ahead and use his ulti there. He's got a flash out. I think he's still going to go down. He does end up going down. Riven came in and took down the Kha'Zix. She's now under the tower, but she is really tanky now, so she's going to be fine. Now down goes the Gangplank. The only one left for the blue team is Morgana, and I would say this is GG. Down went that tower. Apparently the purple team wants this Morgana. They do. So they're actually going to go ahead and tank the Nexus turret to go ahead and take her down, because they so wanted her down that they were willing to sacrifice themselves. So down she went, and that is the end of that game. Let's go ahead and take a look at the items and CS and kill death ratios here. We've got Riven, who is 236 minions to Gangplank with 151. She's 11.57 versus 5.915. She has a Bloodthirster, Black Cleaver, Warmog's Armor, Last Whisper, Mercury's Treads, and a Doran's Blade. So she's almost fully built. The only thing she's missing is the Enchant and then a 6th item to go there to replace that Doran's Blade. Probably going to be another Bloodthirster had she continued. The Gangplank has Iceborne Gauntlet. I almost said Frozen Fist. It's not, but it does. I believe if you search Frozen Fist, this does come up. Warmog's Armor, Spirit of the Elder Lizard, and Ninja Tabby with the Home Guard enchant. He's actually not very built at all, but again, it's not really surprising. He is almost 100 CS behind her and quite far behind her in kills. Rumble is at 125 CS versus 122 for Swain. He is 8.617 versus 4.99. The Rumble has Leandri's Torment, Rylai's Crystal Scepter, Sorcerer's Shoes with the Home Guard enchant, Seeker's Arm Guard, and Negatron Cloak versus Rod of the Ages, Sorcerer's Shoes with the Home Guard enchant, Haunting Guise, Tear the Goddess, Doran's Ring, and Null Magic Mantle. The Caitlyn is at 247 CS versus 236. They're actually really close there. She's 5.511, and Draven is 9.53, so I think he might be ahead of her in gold here. Let's take a look. 12.1. No, actually, she's quite far ahead of him. I guess the assists, he might have gotten kills that didn't get very much gold, and her assists, I guess, did. So she ended up really far ahead of him in gold. She has an Infinity Edge, Blade of the Ruined King, Last Whisper, Zeal, Berserker's Greaves, and a Doran's Blade versus Bloodthirster, Phantom Dancer, Last Whisper, Berserker's Greaves, and double Dorans. I was looking at the right thing, right? Yep. 14 to 12. The supports now, we've got Sona with 13 CS versus 23 CS for Morgana. Doesn't really matter. 8-5-17 versus 1-6-13. That does matter. That's actually quite a few kills for Sona. Not really surprising. It is really easy to kill steal on her. Kind of like Thresh, I've found. Her abilities do a lot of damage, which I really hate landing against her because of it. She's got Athene's Unholy Grail. I can kind of understand that she does spam her abilities like crazy. Shirelia's Reverie, Twin Shadows, Ruby Sightstone, Ionian Boots of Lucidity, and a Vision where she's actually fully built outside of the buff here, the enchantment, and a few more wards, but, you know, wards are kind of ongoing for the support. Then we've got Morgana, who actually did get her Zhonya's Hourglass, Ruby Sidestone, Cage's Lucky Pick, and Boots of Speed, just regular boots, interesting, as well as the Crystalline Flask. Finally, we've got the junglers. Xin Zhao is at 124 CS versus Kha'Zix with 152. So Kha'Zix is actually ahead on CS, but Xin Zhao is 4-4-17 versus 5-7-8. So that's probably going to make up a pretty big difference. So yeah, Xin Zhao is quite far ahead of the Kha'Zix as well. Also keep in mind, 11 towers to 3 towers, plus a whole bunch of dragons and barons. That also makes up a huge part of the gold difference for both of these. So Xin Zhao has the Runic Bulwark, which enables Sona to not have to go that, which is always very nice. Sunfire Cape, Lock of the Iron Solari, the Brutalizer, Boots of Mobility, and Madred's Razors versus Bloodthirster, Spirit of the Elder Lizard, Brutalizer, Ninja Tabby, and a Ruby Crystal. So that is the end of this game. I love how it just distorts there. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I shall see you guys next time. Have a good day. Bye.